Hello students, good morning. Welcome to online teaching learning program Shiksha Sanjog. Students, today we are going to discuss with a new chapter in your prose piece, the skills of communicative English. Do you know, students? Think of some great person of our country, those who have made proud for our country. Do you know them? Let's start. They are Mahatma Gandhi, Jawaharlal Nehru, Lal Bal Pal, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, Radhakrishnan, and so on. Students, do you remember who was the missile man of India? No, you don't know who was the missile man of India? If you don't know, then let's start our topic, the missile man of India, and to know more about him. So student, today our topic is the missile man of India. The missile man of India. Students, this is your book, and at page 41, the chapter is the missile man of India. I have taken first and second paragraph as the first SGP sense paragraph today. So I have read it out. Abul Bakir Zainaluddin Abdul Kalam, better known as the Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, was one of the most distinguished scientists of India. As he was intimately involved in India's civilian space program and military missile development efforts, he came to be known as the Missile Man of India. In 2002, he was elected as the 11th President of India and was widely referred to as the People's President. Student, for 5 minutes, you read the para silently. I will write some difficult words here. It has already mentioned in your book, distinguished means renowned. Distinguished, renowned, intimately. Closely, involved, took part, known as, refer to, civilian, not related to Air Force, besamarika, military, samarika, missile, क्षेपणास्त्र, a weapon, so these are some of space. Open area in the sky. महाकाश, these are some of the words, difficult words in your book. I have already given its meaning. It is also mentioned in your book at page 43. So students, in the first paragraph, what is the first paragraph above? What is the first paragraph above? The first paragraph is about the missile man of India. The first paragraph is about the missile man of India. How we can I have made a sun diagram. APJ Kalam. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Students, look at the sun diagram. APJ Dr. Kalam. He was called the missile man of India. He was a distinguished scientist. Missile man of India. Missile man of India. People's President. 11th President of India. Eleventh President of India. So students, this is a sun diagram and there are so many points in your first paragraph. Now we will discuss all these things. First, distinguished scientist. Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam was one of the distinguished scientists of India. Dr. APJ Kalam was a distinguished scientist of India. Next, missile man of India. He was referred to as the missile man of India. He was the missile man of India. Why he was the missile man of India? We know he was the second. He was the missile man of India. He was the missile man of India because he was involved in the India's civilian space program and military missile development efforts. Students, you know, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam was one of the distinguished and he was a renowned scientist of our country. He was also called the missile man of India because he was involved. Involved means took part in the space program and the missile development of India. Next, we come to the third point, People's President. He was also called or referred as the People's President. He was the People's President. Number 4. He was the 11th President of India. He was the 11th President of India. Number 5. Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam means APJ. Its full form. Dr. Abul Pakir Jainaluddin Abdul Kalam. Abul Pakir Jainaluddin Abdul Kalam. So students, this is all about the first paragraph of your chapter, The Missile Men of India. जदि एठी चाहे ओडिया रे कहिबा पाई चाहूची ताले अब्दुल पाकिर जैनालुद्दीन अब्दुल कलाम, better known as Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, was one of the most distinguished scientists of India. अब्दुल पाकिर जैनालुद्दीन अब्दुल कलाम होची तांकर पूरा नाम, जहा कि शॉर्ट फॉर्म रे एपीजे अछि. पुणी ही वाज द मोस्ट डिस्टिंग्विश्ड साइंटिस्ट ऑफ इंडिया. से भारतर अति प्रख्यात विख्यात सुनामधन्य जने वैज्ञानिक थिले. He was intimately involved in India's civilian space program and military missile development efforts, and he came to be known as the Missile Man of India. He was intimately means closely, अति निकटरे जड़ित थिले, से खूब जड़ित थिले, involved in Indian civilian space, एटी civilian बेसामरिक महाकाश योजना रे बा प्रोग्राम रे कार्यक्रम रे से निजको नियोजित करथिले, ता सहित से जड़ित थिले एवं मिलिटरी मिसाइल डेवलपमेंट एफर्ट्स, मिलिटरी सामरिक क्षेपणास्त्र उन्नति प्रचेष्टा से निजको नियोजित करथिले. तेणु तांको कुहा जाउथिला जे मिसाइल मैन ऑफ इंडिया बा भारतर क्षेपणास्त्र मानव बोली कुहा जाउथिला. एटा हैला तुमर प्रथम पैराग्राफ. दिस इज ऑल अबाउट द फर्स्ट पैराग्राफ students. We know some words. Intimately means closely. Next, we come to the second paragraph. Dr. Abdul Kalam, two families income. In the second, you have already read it now and silently. So student, I will discuss with you the second para. Second para, Dr. Abdul Kalam. This, what is the second para about? Here I will draw a sun diagram again. Second para is about his childhood. Kalam's birthplace, date, mother, father, brother and sister, brother and sister, father's work, how to support his family, support his family. Here, ancestors. So students, I will take some points in the second paragraph. Kalam's childhood. The second paragraph is about the Kalam's childhood. There, his birthplace and date. Where was Dr. Kalam born? Or his birthplace. So students, he was born on 15th October 1931 at Rameswaram, in the state of Tamil Nadu, in a Muslim family. This is the first point. Then his mother. His mother's name was Asyama. His mother's name was Asyama. She was a housewife. This is second. Then his father. His father was a boat owner and the imam of a local masjid. His father was a boat owner and the imam of a local masjid. Then we come to his brothers and sisters. In the second para, if you read, then you must know his brother and sisters. He had 3 brothers and a sister. So he is the Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam was the youngest among the 4 brothers and 1 sisters. He has 3 brothers and a sister. Next, his father works. His father's name was Jainaluddin. His father's name was Jainaluddin. His father's name was Jainaluddin. He owned a ferry that took Hindu pilgrims back and forth Rameswaram, back and forth between Rameswaram and Dhanuskoti. Next, student, we come to the next point. This is his father's work. His father's name was Zainaluddin. He owned a ferry that took Hindu pilgrims back and forth between Rameswaram and Dhanuskoti. Then next point, his ancestor. His ancestor was landlords and wealthy traders. His ancestors were wealthy traders and landowners. So they were rich. But in course of time, in due course, while he was in his childhood, at the time his father Zainaluddin had lost all his property, and in due course APJ Abdul Kalam had to sell newspaper to support his family. How did he support his family? How to add or how to supplement his family? Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam was selling newspaper to support his father's work. So this is all about the second paragraph. I have already forgotten about some points of second paragraph, students. There are so many words in the second paragraph. For example, there is a town. You have looked at your page 41, notes and glossary. So many words are there, but I want to tell you some words. For example, Rameswaram. Rameswaram is a town in the state of Tamil Nadu, and there is also two words, that is Dhanuskoti. Dhanuskoti is an abandoned town. Abandoned means parityakta sahara. Again, when was I asked some question. When was Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam was born? ओडिया रे कहिबा पई चाहिबी जे डॉक्टर एपीजे अब्दुल कलाम को जगह जन्म ग्रहण करथिले से रामेश्वरम नामक शहर रे जन्म ग्रहण करथिले केबे जन्म ग्रहण करथिले ना 15 अक्टोबर 1931 रे एक मुस्लिम परिवार तमिल रो एक मुस्लिम परिवार रे जन्म ग्रहण करथिले हिज फादर तांका पितांका नाम थिला जैनालुद्दीन और से जने बोट ओनर थिले imam of a local mosque. Imam, the religious person who imam means the religious person who leads the prayer in a mosque. Mosque means masjid. It is quite difficult for me to write all such things in the blackboard. So students, please listen to me. Please see the video again and again and listen to me and write down it in your notebook. Then student, there are also some words. His mother Asyama. APJ Abdul Kalam's mother was Asyama. She was a housewife. And his father owned a ferry. What was his works? His father owned a ferry. Ferry is a boat. The boat which carries people. So his father took Hindu pilgrims back and forth between Rameswaram to Dhanuskoti. Dhanuskoti ru Rameswaram ko, Rameswaram ru Dhanuskoti ko तांका पिता गोटे बोट माध्यमरे हिंदू यात्री मानकु नेबा आनिबा करूथिले एही तरी से तांकर जीवन जीविका निर्वाह करूथिले आ एहा को सहाय्य करबा जेतेबेले समय क्रम रे से तांकर सबु जिनिस एपरि कि तांकर एंसेस्ट्रल पैतृक संपत्ति जहा थिला तांका घर को से हरे बसिले सेही समय रे एपीजे अब्दुल कलाम तांको सहाय्य करिथिले पेपर न्यूज पेपर खबर कागज बिक्री करी से पिताଙ୍କୁ ସାହାଯ୍ୟ କରିଥିଲେ. So this is all about the first and second paragraph, students. Within the first and second paragraph there are so many things. In short time I can describe all such things. So in the first and second paragraph there are so many words. Intimately, closely. Intimately means closely. Intimately, closely. He was involved. He was intimately involved. Intimately involved in the yoga class. Another point, refer to. Mahatma Gandhi was referred to as the father of the nation. Father of the nation. Known as Dr. APJ Kalam was known as the Missile Man of India. Known as the Missile Man of India. Number 4. In course of time, Ravi was a landlord, but in course of time he had lost his property. So students, we find some of the words and make sentences of the words. Such type of questions come in your exam. Again, there are some words, 2 words are combined into a word. So combination of words, we call it a compound words. Housewife, housewife, housewife. Housewife. House is also a meaning, wife is also a meaning. House plus wife. Likewise, wealthy traders. Wealthy. So, housewife. House plus wife. Wealthy traders. Wealthy plus traders. Childhood. Childhood. Landowners. Landowners. These are 2 words and this is the combination of words, so compound words. Again, there are some words. Known, parichita, unknown, aparijita. Last, this is the opposite words are antonyms. lost, gain, poor, rich, sell, buy, youngest, and eldest. And so many words are there. I have no time to tell anything or in detail. So please students, go through my video, see the video again and again. There is a PDF file. Read the PDF file, write it in your book and remember. Please remember it. Thank you. Have a nice day, students.